already know Google Map on Android? Raise your hand. Who already play with Google Map on Android? Okay, great. So what should we do before we playing with Google Map? You? Yeah, you should create an API key, right? So I gotta do from scratch. Okay, so I gotta create a new project. Okay, here. So to access to Google Map, you have to have API key from Google, like any other service. Why? They're gonna use our API key to calculate how much traffic that you try to use from the Google API map. And then if the traffic is low, it's okay, but it's too high, you're gonna be charged for it. You have to pay money to use more. Okay. So about the project name, I have put something on Electrify. Create a new one. Okay. And after create, you need to have to get the API key to the credential, and you need to enable some API to the enable API button. Okay. So click in here and you have a lot of API. Okay. From Google Maps, mobile, Android, YouTube, and more. So only I care about is Google Map. Okay, so I learned about Google Map. So I gotta enable some API over here. So let's see. So Google Maps Android API, great. Enable it. So you need this API to be enabled so that you can display a map on Android. Enable it. Take a while, and done. Great. And then also we have a lot of API here, so I gotta do some introduction about it. So geocoding API. You know what is geocoding API? So if you're working with a map and you want to translate an address into a latitude and longitude on the map, you're using geocoding API. Okay? Okay? Oh, sorry. We have two things: geocoding and geolocation. One of them is transfer an address into latitude and longitude, and the other one is try to reverse. Okay, reverse from the latitude and longitude into the address. So I don't really remember geocoding or geolocation. So from my remember, geocoding is turn an address into longitude and latitude, and geolocation is reverse. Kind of. And also we have direction API. So direction API is the API of Google that allow you to input destination and where you want the origin and destination, so that they're gonna return a list of routes from your place from A to B. Okay, okay, and then you can choose which route is shortest and display it on the map. Okay, so Google Map direction. Okay, geocoding, geolocation. Okay. And we only care about Android library today, so I want to introduce more. Okay, I think it's good enough. Google Place API for Android. Place here is maybe you want to display around you what place to go for a bar, what place to go have fun, what restaurant around you in 10 kilometers. So a lot of API that you could take advantage of for your final project. So if you learn about maps and you need this API, it's always ready for you. Just call the API, you return the data, and you use it. Okay. So today we are enable Android API here, and then in credential we create a new credential. It means that's the API key to use. Okay, I can restrict the key. So restrict key here, it means I only want this key to be used for Android. So I can restrict the key and name it Android key. Android. Android is good enough. I have to provide this. Okay, so when you try to restrict Android keys, you have to put in here your packet name and your fingerprint. I gotta do it now. Okay, great. And here, put in here, And then in your application you need a package name, right? Where's to get your package name, guys? Package name. Where? Package name. Which file to get the package name? Oh, sorry, log. Error manifest. Great. Or build Gradle. Build Gradle is a little bit more precise. So I choose from it. Application ID. Put it in here and we done. Okay, and we have the API key here, and easily you can go into your enrollment manifest. So okay, so let's do configuration with the map. Okay, so for doing configuration for the map, you have to do something like this. So first, in your build Gradle, make sure you have class path com.google.gms, okay, with the latest version. And then in the build Gradle of the app, so I have everything here. So at home, I don't want you to spend a lot of time to just do configuration. So I have this repo already ready, so you can build the code. And if you need to configuration for the map, just copy and paste my configuration and do some modify on it. Okay, so I have put it here. Okay, so the code already been there. And go back. So for configuration with Google, first you have to have this the com.google.gms ready, and then in your app build Gradle, you have to apply blocking. Okay, so here is the key. You should not put it on the top. Okay, so from the document of Google, you should put it on the bottom, or it's not working. Okay, and then if for example I want to care about Google Play Service for location and maps, I'm gonna include it here. Okay. Okay. So if you have any problem with Google Play Service, go to your preference and SDK and SDK, and make sure that you update Google Play Service if you have any problem doing it. Okay. Make sure you update this. Okay. And then you have these guys ready, and you're good to go. Okay. And then go back to your Android manifest. Okay, so you already know that we get a credential over here. I got copy and paste and put it in here. So you have to have a metadata. So what is the metadata? You know, what is the metadata in computer science? Who knows? What is the word metadata? Okay, so if I right click on a folder, right? I click on get info. Right, I have the information, right? So where, created when, modified by, the size of the folder, the kind of the folder, and the permission. So the information is metadata. Okay, so metadata is mean the data to describe another data. Okay, so folder is a kind of data, file is a kind of data. Okay, and the metadata is the information of those files. Okay. For example, the folder have what type folder, what size of it, where is the location of it, where it's been created, and where it's been modified. That is been called the metadata. Okay, and so the metadata here is the data to describe this project, this this Android project. And in here, metadata have key and value. Okay, key and value, key and value. Okay, for example, in this case, we have what is a key? It's folder. What is size? Is here 28.558 gigabyte. Okay, it's key value, and it's the same for all kind of folder. Okay, and here the key is com.google something. You have to have this. Okay, and then the value is just put in here integer Google Play Service version. So you just type in integer Google Play Service version, and you're good to go. So it's try to reference the Google Play Service that you currently use. What is that? It's here. You're using this, and you try to reference from that library, the version of Google Play Service. Okay. And the other thing is metadata for the API key. So what is the name? The name of that is here. You have to put it exactly like that because it's metadata, and the value is the API key. Okay. So I'm gonna try to change the API key to something like this. Okay. It's a new thing, a new one. Great, and we're good to go for the map. Okay, because the map have a lot of properties, So I gotta go to each property and try to explain it for you guys. Okay, so let's go. So because they have a lot of property, I could not remember from it. I gotta do some reference here. So in here you can see that in the map, Google have something called a Google Map Fragment that here support map fragment, sorry, and they have a lot of properties. Okay, so I'll try to explain it one by one and try to run it for you guys. So first I'll open the map activity. Okay, we have nothing. So let's do it. From I open activity map.xml. I gotta pull these guys. Okay. Great. And I try to copy and paste this code. Okay. Put in here I have a relative layout. So I should not use relative, right? Relative layout is even better. And put in here. So I try to remove the guys that I don't need. Okay. We only have this. And I move this configuration on top. Okay. So what is a map namespace? Who knows? It's just the name. Okay. So can I put this at app? What do you think? Is it the same? As we usually use app before, right? And I would say that it's totally the same. Okay. So it's the namespace gonna come from these guys. So the namespace here is, as I already told you, it's come from the library. So you declare it in here, schema.enroll.com/apk/auto. So whatever the name it is, it's not important. It could be map, right? But we could put it app. So here is a namespace gonna be parsed by the library. That's it. Okay. So let's go through all of these guys. Okay. Latitude. What is latitude, guys? Vietnamese. Great. Longitude. Yes. And who know what is camera bearing? Camera bearing? You should know a lot, right? You don't know? You're camera guys and you don't know camera bearing. Great. So camera bearing here is when you see the map from the top, right? You can try to rotate the map, right? Using two fingers to rotate the map. So camera bearing is the degrees, the initial degrees that you rotate the map. Okay, so initially maybe 0, I don't know, I don't remember the default, but you can put in here the rotation of the map when you first launch the map. Okay, and then camera zoom, easy, right? So you increase this and you try to zoom in more on your camera. The map type, okay, let's explore these guys. Okay, first I'm gonna try to run this application anyway to see what happened, and then try to serve. So I run on my own device today because it's easier for location and map and even video camera. So if you want to display your device screen from the computer, you can use Visor. It's free, but it's gonna put in a lot of advertisement for free experience after 10 seconds, so it's okay. Or you can buy just $2, I believe, to get rid of advertisement. Okay. Try to run it. Take some time. Okay, it's not loading. Okay, let me see. I don't really remember that we need the Java code to get initially launched, but I gotta do it anyway now. So I gotta do some setup for the map. Okay, let's do it. So first, we're gonna have something called the Google API client to get the Google API. Okay, so I'll call it Google API client here. You can, if someone asks me, sometimes I get this, right? And sometimes I get this. So what is the good naming convention? So it depends. Okay, so for modern company, they just want to use this. Okay, but for Google and all of their library, they use this convention. So this convention means the name here is private variable and private field. So I just put the name here. But for it depends on your company. So the company you may want to use this convention, and you follow that. Okay, so make sure that in the same dribble you don't use two convention, and you're totally fine. Okay, first I want to see the log. Okay, let's say in the Google Developer Console, ensure that Google Maps Android API v2 is enabled. Ensure that the following Android key exists. Okay, so I got a problem. So let's take a look at again on the API. Here the Android API key, right? And I go back to enable API. So it's say Google Maps Android API v2. Okay, try and copy these guys and do a search. No, I think I already enabled that. Right. So maybe I do wrong copying of the keys. I think it's the same string. Okay, I go to console developers.google. I try to switch into another project. Anything I do wrong? Only Google Maps Android API. Is my bucket correct? I think it's correct. Okay, so maybe I gonna create another credential to save time, but I'm not gonna do any restriction. Close. Try to put this key in and try to modify it here and run it again. Great. My phone is really slow. Okay, it's displaying the map. Okay, great. So there is two things gonna be wrong. That is when I try to restrict my key, I entering a wrong. Yeah. That's right. I get wrong because I entering my keychain is these guys for my Android SDK, my release key store, right? But when I try to build the application, it's not gonna use this key. So who know that why we need this key? Why? Because we need to sign our application. Okay, so and every time you click the build button here, play button here, it try to build your project. Okay, and use the Android debug key store to sign your application. As long as your application is signed, the application can be installable on your device. Okay, but this key of mine is not the default Android key of Android Studio, so it's not working. And I really don't remember where's the Android debug key store. I try to find it. Android over here, and I don't really remember. Let me see. Android Studio debug key store location. Okay, Android debug key store. I see. In Android debug key store. Okay, it's not here. Debug. Yeah, it's here. But sadly, I don't remember this password. So I could not type in the password to get this. Okay, anyway, I continue on this. So when you try to release your application with a map, okay, and then you're gonna create a custom key like me that I will store in Android SDK and key store. Sorry, my release key store. And when you release the APK, you have to build it in release mode. Use this key to sign it, okay, and then put your application to the store, and your map will work. Okay, but in my case, when I click this button, it's not use my release key store, it's use Android Studio debug key store, so they not match. Here's my signature, here's the Android Studio signature, here's the signature I provide for Google API, so it's not match, so it's not gonna work. Okay, security stop. So anyway, I use the key, a public key, not any restriction. Okay, and in here you can see that I could not scroll my map. Okay, why? Because it's not scrollable. You take a look in here, scrollable is false, right? So I try to put it through and run it again. And okay, I gotta explain. Peering done. 2. Who knows what is camera 2 is? Camera 2? Who knows? Okay, for example, I have this object, okay, and I try to look at it from above. Okay, what I see? A rectangle, right? If I try to look at it on the pole, but if I try to look at it on here, here is my eyes, and try to take a look at it, you will see a different angle, right? So that's camera 2. So camera 2 is the angle between the object, surface, and your eyes. Okay, here is the angle. Okay, so if I'm here, and there's an angle like this, 30 degree, and if I stand here, it's 90 degree. Okay. So that's camera 2, okay? That's how it works. And when you try using Google Maps, you can feel that when you use your finger, you can have a 3D mode, right? You can see your building from the top, it's like a rectangle. But when you change the camera 2, we see the building go up, like in 3D mode, right? Remember? Because you're trying to change the camera 2, okay? And after it's building, I go in and click map here. So I can scroll it down, it's scrollable, and a compass, right? And normal map type, we have a lot of map type, hybrid, non-normal, zero terrain. So I try to use zero, okay, from vệ tinh, let's see. And we have more camera zoom, I can try to change it to 16. Zoom control, you have a plus and minus button to just change the zoom control, right? So I try to change it to true also. And UI compass, true. I put everything here, and I want to be my location, for example. Maybe so I add a little hard code for it for Google. No, I gotta do it later. And I try to change the camera to 90 and run. Done. And map. Okay, so you can feel the tilt. It's different, right? You can feel it's the tilt angle a little bit different, and you can see that from the zero is look really like real life, right? And you also have a zoom control, so you can put a zoom control here, right? And a compass, right? Great. So that's how it works. Any question? Pretty easy. It's just property. You learn about it, you know about it, and you use it. Okay. So for now, I gotta do something more great because we have GPS, right? So we can request for our current location. We try to navigate a map into that location and maybe try to add some marker or some animation of the marker, right? So it's require significant work. Okay, so at first I gotta introduce something for you guys to the permission. Okay, so to get the permission of to get the current location, you need permission, right? So permission here is access network state, access car location and access file location. You guys already work with a map. Can you tell me the difference between car location and file location? You know? And do you know difference between permission for file location and car location? You know? I forget his name. Hải, sorry. Hải, do you know the difference between car location and file location?
For location is you define your location by GPS and you define network and file location define your location by GPS.
Actually, as I remember, is one of them you said right, but the another one is they try to use from both GPS and network. Okay, one is just try to use the network, so that is set the battery, and the other one gonna try to use both network and GPS. Whoever come first, check. Okay, it's great and great. And so in here I gotta do Google API client. Okay, so Google API client is the object that try to fetch your API. Okay, for example, I have configured my Google project, so I have a lot of API. Okay, so I will try to use to fetch that API and see that I do have permission to get that API, read from that API, blah blah blah. Okay, so I do it now. So I need to construct that API. So again, you have a builder. You put in here the context. You have to set at API. Okay, so a lot of API. So I use location service API, I believe. This guy, right? Here. So we care about location service API, and also I will add callback for it. Okay, so I need connection callback. It means is it connection or not, or connection fail. I also need the reason why it failed. So I put in here first the connection callback. So in here you take a look. Is you have to implement the connection callback. Okay, so you can new an interface, or you can just implement it by yourself. So I do it now. Bam. So I implement this interface on connection callback. So on connected or on connection suspended, right? And in here I just put this, right? Here. And also I want to know the reason if connection is failed to connect. So on connection fail listener, I can create a new one. I just do implementation, right? Done. And implement interface on connection fail, right? Here connection is on, and in here I just put this and deal, and we're good to go, right? And in here I want to take the map out. So I do it now. I declare support map fragment, and I get it out to everybody. Try to cast it. Five. Now it's 5 view ID, so it's gonna be a view. We need to turn it into fragment. Get support fragment manager, sorry, and I want to find that fragment. Great. Map. Try to cast it. Done. And then I gotta implement these guys. Okay. So on connected, I want to get the current location. So on connected here, that I know that I have permission to get location service API, right? And so in here that I have permission to get location. And then I gotta start doing it here. But first, I have to request for permission, right? Because I'm the Android N, it means from M and N you have to have permission. So I gotta write a function to require that permission. Okay. So from Android N and below, you don't have to do this, but from Android M and below and above, you have to do this. Okay, so I gotta write a function, you know, to just request getting location. So I put in here an activity called the context. So I will have another function to just check if I already have permission for the map, so I don't have to check it again. So I get do it now, and it's a boolean. So I'm gonna try. It's gonna be something like this. I gotta copy and paste these guys, and gonna explain it. So let's take a look in here. So activity combat, right? Why is combat? Who knows? Why? Why? Whenever you see combat, why is we have combat? Who knows? It's a support module. And can you guess that what happened inside this method? Who can guess what is the implementation of this method? Who can guess? Can you guess it? Hi. Can you guess what happened inside the implementation of this method? Is, you know that Android M and below, sorry, Android L, lollipop and below, there is no need to check permission, right? So this function just gonna return true. Let's see. Check permission. Đây đó là mình see. Mock context wrapper. Check permission. Okay, the base. Why is base? Because it's gonna implement on different Android version. In here, mock context. Weird. Illegal state permission. Check it. iBinder. Let's go back to this function. I only seen this in the past. Case is abstract. Mock Android 25. Pretty weird. Wait a sec. Context check. Permission iBinder. Okay, so I don't remember this, but from Android N and below, whenever you see combat, it means from Android L and below, they just not gonna check permission. For Android 6 and above, it's just check permission. Okay, so this function here is try to see that if the permission for rich external storage is rendered or not. Okay, so N is rendered or not. Okay, so if not, both of these not rendered, one of these is not rendered, I gotta try to ask that permission. Okay, but in our case is call location, access call location, and another one is access file location. Okay, so if one of these permission is not been allowed, so I'm gonna ask for permission. Okay, so in here I gotta check for example map permission, put in here context. So if it's not, we don't have that permission, so I do activity combat to request permission. In here put a context, put in an array of permission that you want to ask. So in here is call location, and the another one is access file location. Great. So and then we put in here the final one is request the request code. Okay, so in permission they are working like this. So you know that on activity resolve you need a request code, right? So on permission they also have on permission resolve. Okay, so in here you can check your request code. For example, request location. Okay, so I put in here request location is request code, and then it's gonna have a combat on request permission resolve. Okay, and then you check from that if the request code is request location, it means you just get the result come back from request location, and then you can check for random result. Okay, but in our case I'm not gonna need this method. Okay, if you need this method you can code it and try to playing with the string and grant result. Okay, so permission is the list of permission you ask for, and the result, what is that? Okay, so in that method. So I'm not gonna need that method in this case, so just put in here. Okay, so I request permission, Android 23 and above, request permission, or Android below 23, and do something else. Okay, so they gonna just use bucket name, bucket manager to get all the permission and just put in here all of them. So it means we rendered all the permission from Android 22 and below. From 23 and above, ask for permission. Okay, see, that's how combat works. And we're gonna do it now. Here, before we get any, map interaction, I just permission util and check for permission. Okay, so if you find that this code is a lot and really annoying, you can just find a library to do it for you, like permission dispatcher, I believe, Android. So in here, they're gonna generate all this code for you using annotation of Java, like with a knife, and you're gonna have something like this. I want to call show camera, and I said I need permission for camera, right? And then if you don't have permission, it's just gonna pop up a dialog that asks for permission. When you're done, it's gonna call show camera again for you. Okay, and all this code gonna be generated using Java annotation. Okay, again and again. This method on permission deny, I show something. On never ask again, because on the dialog Android you have to give the permission on or deny on never ask again. Okay, so I have all this comeback free for you if you don't like to implement yourself. Okay, in this case I just check the map first, and then on connected I gotta do a location request to get the location. Okay, first I gotta on connection suspended, so it's give me an integer. Okay, so I'll show you guys what is the error of it now. So in here, in the document of Google, you see that there is two error. The network is lost or the service is disconnected. Okay, and you can check on that. So for example, code network lost. So I check if resolve equal to network loss. Else if resolve equal to code service disconnected, we just put it here, right? And then I gotta do the toast. For example, your no internet connection or something, and then here please connect to internet again. Okay, so in here you see that a suspend code is informing that a peer device connection was lost, or a suspension code informing the device has been queued. Yeah, kind of. So, and on connection fail, a connection resolved, I just try get error message and I just toast it out. Okay, great. And here on connected, I'm gonna try to get a location, but first I need a Google Map object. Okay, so you have a Google Map object to just interact with your map. Okay, I declare it now. Call it Google Map. Okay. So for Google Map, I have a function setup map if needed. Okay, and in here, if Google Map is equal to new, okay, I try to support fragment get map async. Okay, I have a callback. Okay, and in here I also try to this dot sorry Google Map, right? So map.this.Google Map equal to Google Map. Okay, and then I want to try to update camera. So I want the camera to point into my location, right? So I create an alpha function called update camera in the map activity. Great. So whenever the map is ready, I will try to update the camera. Okay? Why? Because Android has ability to remember your last location. the last location. Okay, so maybe the first time you don't have the location, but Android can take the last location, right, and give it to you again, so that you can display it on the map right away, your last location, if you don't have the GPS ready. Okay, so in here I check for the last location. I also gonna have a field to just start a location. Okay, my current location. Right, and now I need to request the location on connected. Okay, and after that I also try to get the camera. Right, so who know how to request for the location? Who knows? Who know how to ask for the GPS or the network to get current location? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, we're gonna use something called location service, the fuse location API to do that. So in here we have get last location, remove location update, or add location update, request location update. Okay, so in the request location update, you have to put in your Google API client, and also, let's see, and also a location request and location listener. Okay, so for this activity, I will implement another interface called location listener. Okay, so location listener is when they have the location ready and they invoke you, try to give you to location listener, and put in here on location change. And in this case, you already have the location ready. Okay, so I'm not gonna miss this, right? Location here you can have get latitude, also get longitude, right? That's all we need. So I gotta set my current location is new lat long, and I get that location latitude, longitude. Right, and I also want to do a toast to make sure that everything great. So the lat is gonna be, you know, current location, sorry, latitude, and long gonna be, sorry, a plus, right, gonna be current location dot longitude. Great. Okay, and also update the camera. Okay, so before doing this, I gonna have to put in here the location Google API client. We only have that, a location request, we don't know, new first, and then location listener is this, right? And then here security exception. Okay, we have to add permission check, right? So if permission util check map request external, request getting location. Okay, so check map this. It means we already have the permission. We're gonna put it in here, right? And else we're gonna request for permission, right? So if we already have permission, we go. If not, we try to request getting permission. Okay, so I think I have wrong here. This, okay, I see. So wrong is my phone, so it should request getting location, right? And finally, see, it's not checking, so I just spread it for this method. Okay, and done. So request the location. We need the location update, right? So we need the location request. I create a new location request. Put in here a builder. They have a builder button. No. Okay. So I just gonna set here allow up variable. So I really don't remember all of this, but I give you two most important: the set interval and the fastest interval. So let's see what the set interval. I gotta not put in here anything. Okay, I gotta put in here 5 seconds and 1 second. So who knows? Set interval is different from fasted interval. Who knows? Interval and fasted interval. What is the difference and how it works? Who knows? And you know? And one. No, Andrew? How do you know?
Um,
You know? Interval and faster interval? What's the difference? Aspire duration? Okay, I don't remember these guys. But, okay, so interval is here. It means because GBS and networking is pretty slow, so you don't want to just request it again and again. So you need to schedule it. So it means after 5 seconds, I want to ask for my location again. Okay, for example, you're on Uber and you see that your location update time by time. So it's not really real time, but it's like a bowling service. A bowling is different from pushing. So pushing, what is pushing and polling? So pushing here when the location change and the server gonna push something called a notification to your application, and then you try to update the UI. And the polling here is mean you by yourself have to ask for the server or the service for a new location update. So it means after 5 seconds, we have to poll it again. After 5 seconds, ask for new permission. Okay. How about fasted interval? So Google Maps is really efficient if another application under the ground is using Google Maps or Google Maps service, and that application only get the location, so we don't have to request it again. So Google just right away take the location from that application and bring it to you, okay, with the interval of 1 second. Okay, so after 1 second, if another application get your location, Google just bring it in for you, and you don't have to wait for 5 seconds. Is it make sense? Okay, so that's how it works. And we have everything here. After we have the location ready, here we just update camera, right? So we have code to update the camera. We call camera update. Sorry. And we have camera of the factory. New lat long. So I put in here my current location. Okay, I have to check new first because we're getting map axing. It's not always ready, right? So it's for sure. I'm just gonna check new for it. And current location just for new, and we get to go. And in here we call camera Google Map dot update camera, no, move camera, and put in here the camera update. Right. Okay. So right. So we're starting from Australia. I think this location is Australia, and we will try to just navigate to our location. Okay. So I will check again anything I'm missing. Okay, great. So I'll try to run it now. Okay, advertisement. I forgot its code. Okay, my bad. Set up map if needed. Okay. Sorry. What? Oh, sorry. We have to connect to. Because we create a Google API client, but we not use it. We have to connect it to start connecting, and then it's gonna have a call back into on connection, suspended, fail, and unconnected, right? Sorry. You know, I use Android, and after a year, my phone's getting really slow. Okay, we ask for location permission. And Is it navigate to my location already? Okay, anyway, I try to change the map type first. Map type is really hard to see. Normal. Right. Okay. So there is no toast from no internet connection, or if it's connected or not. Connected. I try to log it out to make sure. Right. Okay, maybe we do toast and run it again. Okay. Okay, it's crashed. Let's see. New type session on located new object reference here. Oh, okay, great, really great. My bad. Run it again. So it actually is already coming in connected, right? And it's going to here is good news. I forget to put it from new to the location request. So let's try it again. Map and connected, right? And my lat and long is 106. Yeah, it's correct, but the camera is not navigate, right? The camera is not navigate. So latitude and longitude is true because after 5 seconds it's gonna code it again. See, and it's actually my location in Vietnam, but it's not navigate the camera. Why? Let's see. Request location update this on location change is toast, but it's not update the camera. So it's Google Map different from new, and current location is different from new. Move anything wrong here. The location is correct, but it's not move the camera. Factory. New camera position. New lat long. I think new lat long is the right one. Zoom in, zoom out. New camera position. Lat long, no, we don't need that. Let me think about it. Update camera. Anything wrong, guys? Move that. So maybe one of these guys is new. So I try to put in a debugger over here and run again. We should have current location because we create here. We also toast it. It's correct. Google Map could not be new. Set up map is needed. Go new and we find it. Oh, I think that we no, it's correct. Okay, one more thing is on stop. Okay, so on stop we should remove these guys to make sure we don't have any memory leak. So remove location update from Google API client and location listener. So Google API client and location like this, and before hitting on stop. Right. So I try to run it again in debug mode. Connected. Forgot to put it at debug. Sorry. Run it again. Put the breakpoint over here. Okay, it's great. Almost there. We add a marker and we're done. Okay. Wait for it. For the map. And current location is new. the first time, but wait, it's corner again. Current location is not new. Google Map is not new. Go into here, here. Oh, okay. Okay, so actually it's moved to my location, but it's too fast. Okay, yeah. You see, my location is it do move the map. You see, when I try to navigate it and the location change and update, it moves. Yeah, so it's working. Right. So I also want to put in the till is really annoying, so I remove the till first, and I want to add a marker for it. Okay. So I create add marker. I create a new method and add marker, and in here I'm gonna create my current marker because we want to clear the marker, right? And add a new one when we moving, right? So we gotta keep track of my current marker, right? So in here, current marker, and we gotta put in here if current marker is different from new, right? And then we just use Google Map to remove the marker. No, so current marker dot remove, right? And then set it to new again. Here, and else I need to create a marker, right? So create a marker is pretty easy. You can use Google Map, right? To add marker, right? So in here you have to put in a marker option like a color, a position, a title, the description. Okay, so we do it now. So to create a marker option, I declare it now marker option, and I'll create a marker option. I believe factory. No, here. Okay, it's called a factory. So I'll put in here, draggable knot. Okay, icon and position. So position first. So put in here the current position. I put in here title, CoderSchool, right? Title and a description. I believe no snippet. Yeah, snippet is description. So here is CoderSchool, right? And finally, bitmap descriptor or an icon. So what type of option I have? Icon, right? So in here I have the new bitmap descriptor. Put in here, no, I think we should use a factory, bitmap descriptor factory, and we can create from a bitmap, right? We can create from a set, we can from a resource. For example, you have a drawable file, put in your drawable directory, you can put in here from resource, right? And even a defined marker, okay? So a defined marker also have something called a float. So float here is these guys. So a defined marker have red, orange, magenta, green, or this color. So you put it in. For a defined is red, okay? So I just define marker here, and I want the color of blue, no green. And I can also just, that's it. And marker option. So it's gonna return my current marker. And you're good to go. So run it again. Map. Right. Scroll it. Let's update again. So strong. We remove it, not add it again. So there's some bugs here. Right. Yeah. So can you guys see any wrong logic here? If current marker is different from new, we try to remove it. Add it again. It's not else, right? My mistake. Something like this. Okay. Run it again. And we don't do the map. And we take 5-minute break. Any questions so far? Question? 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 No question? Okay. Okay, go to the map. My fucking device. Here, connected. Okay, it's good. It's working. Great. And I believe that, you know, I think Codebot has something very cool. I only see in the past. I'll show you guys. So Android, they have something pretty cool. Oh, I forget. I have to show you the title and description, right? So map. And click here, title and description, right? And finally, I think Codebot have something pretty cool. You can read more about it here. They have an alert dialog, right? To custom an alert dialog. Phone link bin animation, okay? So they add animation to phone the marker from the sky into your map, right? So I'll try this. It looks pretty great. So put it here, bam. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you guys about animation later on the next week, but I just pause the code in here and just try to have fun with it. So maybe right. So a handler of Android to delay, no, yeah, the animation duration. Oh, a lot of stuff in math. Just take a look. You see, my device is fucking slow. It's broken. Great, really great. Elapsed is elapsing. Great, yeah. So they have something really great. Just want to introduce to you guys. Okay, so check the break. Any question, let me know, and we'll come back with the player and uploading videos or images to Firebase. Okay, and before that, you have to take a camera. Okay, take a break. So I want to ask you guys about all of your, project. So in here, I'm gonna start at home. Please do me a favor. In here, please create channel like this button. Put in here your group name, and please send invite to Alex, me as Kwon, and that. Okay, and all of your team member. Okay, create your name. The purpose is optional. Add me, my TA, and me, also including your team member, and create a channel for me. Okay, at home. So I know that your idea. I already know your idea. Your idea. How about your idea? What's your idea? The barcode, right? The same. Hubert group here. Okay, we have everything here. And so please think about your group name. Okay, your group name may be related to your ideas. Okay, so try to figure it out. Put it in here and remember when will milestone 1 due, guys. Sorry, milestone 4 due, guys. Tomorrow, okay. Tomorrow you have to have milestone 4 before going to class, okay? Or you can just at home. Okay, so why we need milestone 4 tomorrow? Because from CoderSchool class, tomorrow we're not gonna do any lab. We're gonna have some, visitor like designer or entrepreneurs gonna come here and talk and take a look at your wireframing and your ideas, and they're gonna give advice. And maybe they will say that your ideas of Anne and Hai, your idea is many people already did that, so they're gonna entrepreneurs and designer, they may give some suggestions so that you can improve that or narrow down. Okay, so narrow down is very important for ideas. Okay, for example, you have an idea for application for exchange books. Okay, so you have good books about Steve Jobs, and you want to exchange the book with for Bill Gates. You want to exchange that, but your app is very general, any kind of books. Okay, so that kind of application is not as good as application for just exchange book for only people love Japanese or manga. Okay, so if you narrow down the books to focus only on Marvel and mangas, you're gonna have more attention from other people. So other people people really love Marvel, and you see that app as, yeah, I really want this. Because you have a passion about Marvel. Okay, and it's easier to narrow down the scope, narrow down your target. It's really important. Okay, so if your idea is about restaurant, so my suggestion is narrow it down a little bit. Okay, because restaurant for sushi gonna be different from restaurant from Vietnamese. So try to narrow it down. Your idea is gonna be way better and easier to have user when you release it. Okay. So because CoderSchool want you at the end of the course gonna create something very usable, and if you want, you can just publish it on Play Store. Okay. So that's my suggestion. You take an idea that many people only did that and narrow it down from a set of user. Okay, only the set of user. Okay, so Apple only care about user that have money, right? They earn a lot, right? So they don't need user that low end level or low end device. They don't care. Okay, think about it. Close this guy. Wow, 2 more minutes and we continue. Okay, instead of teaching you guys about Android audios or videos, I'm gonna take something cool. SO Player. Who know about SO Player? SO Player. So SO Player is a library created by Google to tackle audios, videos, streaming in Android. Okay, so this library is finally be promoted by Google in Google I/O this year. So Google will pretty assure that the library is pretty good and the UI is friendly, and you just need a couple of lines of code to have your video streaming and audio streaming ready, or even you want to play audios and videos from raw file. So let's take a look at the document. So in here I put the repo to electrify, and also in here I don't see any document, so I send down the document. They don't have wiki, so where's the doc? Here the document, developer guys. You can find in here in readme document, developer guys, class reference, release note, something like this. You click on that and take a look at home if you want more knowledge. So today I do mainly on streaming audios and videos. So in here, the rest, raw, no values, string, I believe. We have media URL MP3. So we gonna try to because we are lacking of time and we have 4 weeks to do all the project. Okay. By the way, do you guys create organization already? Which group only create organization and project? Raise your hand. Great. You create an organization and enroll project? No? Do it at home? Done? Done? Great. You did it and great. And form? No, it's okay. Do it at home before I come to class tomorrow. Okay. And here we have media URL MP3. It's just an MP3 HTTP. Okay, because we're lacking of time, so we are try to store this guy on Firebase. Okay, so in real life you're gonna try to store it on the internet, on the networking, and also you're gonna try to catch it in the memory or file system so that you can play it right away. So who use SoundCloud? Raise your hand. SoundCloud. SoundCloud, raise your hand. Right. So if you use SoundCloud, you will notice that when you play 8 to 10 songs, and then you turn off internet connection, and you can still play those songs because they only catch in your file system and your memory. So you can still play it without internet connection. Only those songs. Okay. For the new song, you cannot play it. You have to turn on internet connection. But somehow they do catching mechanism. But we don't have to do that. Okay. So we do a demo for our project. So we just start it on the cloud. Okay, it's enough. The cloud is the most reliable way. It's not gonna go away, right? We could not store anything in the device because user can click your application settings and just clear the cache, right? And you got lost everything. Or they uninstall and install your application again. You lost any data. So the data should store in the server. Cloud is the most reliable. Okay. So storing in the file system database is just used for caching and to increase the user experience for your application like StarCloud. Okay, so let's do it as a player. So I have another activity called player activity because my device is fucking slow. So I'm gonna change my launcher into play activity here. Okay, and let's do it. Okay, who knows what is this, guys? Config change, keyboard hidden, orientation, screen size, screen layout, blah blah blah. Why I need this? Who knows? Who knows? When you do configuration change, what happened to your activity? Recreate it. It's true. Okay. For example, if I have an application learning in landscape mode, only in landscape mode. Okay. So if you hit this stuff, okay, you may get activity recreated for no reason. Okay. Okay. So if my application is always portrait, it's okay. But my application is always landscape, and for some reason, your activity have been try to bring back from portrait and go back. It's gonna kill your activity. Okay, because of the reason keyboard hidden, orientation, screen size, or even you try to change the user font size. It may recreate your activity for no reason. So you put in this flag so that they ask Android to don't recreate your activity when you hit the config change. Okay, try to remember if your app is portrait, it's okay. Landscape, only landscape, you may get for some reason is recreated. For example, I turn off the screen and turn on the screen again, it may get recreated, and it's really painful. Okay, so keep that in mind and go back into our player activity. So if I don't have time, we can take a look at camera activity at home on the master branch. Okay, so let's do it now. So I have a function hide UI, hide system UI. Why? I need this function to hide the status bar, to hide the navigation bar. And I have a navigation bar in here, 3 buttons, right? No, you cannot see my password. Here, navigation bar. So maybe in the video mode, I want to hide the navigation bar, also hide the status bar, kind of. So I need this function. I really don't, it's just copied from the internet. I really don't remember these flags, but I need this function to just hide everything. Okay, so in here, let's take a look. So video view. So the video view here have a symbol player view. Okay, so I'm gonna explain about this stuff later, but for now, I remove this guy. Okay, I'll explain later. So make a symbol as a player view with width and height. Okay, and I set it here. File view ID, very familiar. And in here, I have a function called initialize player. Okay, so if player is equal to new, I want to create a new player. Let's do it. So player here is symbol as a player. Okay, so a view and a controller kind of symbol as a player. So I create this player using factory. No, as a player factory, I believe. Great. and I new symbol instant. Okay, in here I have to put in here a lot of parameter. So one of them is a render. Sorry. Okay, one of them is the render factory. So a render factory is gonna be like a render strategy. Okay, to use to render your videos. Okay, so why they using that? It's like a strategy pattern in software. You have different strategy. So why? Because maybe you want to custom the way you render the videos by yourself, so you can custom that. But for me, I just gonna use the default one, default render factory. Okay, and put in here the context, right? And another one is just not show me. So another one is gonna be the drag selector. So when you select the, you know that in the videos you have a selector, right? To use fast forward and go back. So they also have strategy for that. Okay. So for example, you are streaming the videos and you click on somewhere in between. So you have the strategy to do that. Maybe do some buffering. Maybe to you have strategy. So they have the default strategy, or you can try to custom it, right? So I gotta do a default one too, and finally the default load control. Okay, so default load control here. I'm gonna set buffer segment size. Okay, a default size by individual location that form part of a larger buffer. Okay, so you know that buffer it means when you try to stream video online, you see that they're gonna try to buffer, right? They try to load a segment of videos, and when you are about to finish half of it, it's a strategy, right? Maybe you want to about half finish of that segment and try to load another one, right? And another one in a buffer way. Okay, so there's a lot of strategy. Maybe you want when user finish that segment, start loading a new one. Maybe when user just finish 80% of it, start to load new one. A lot of strategy. So I just use a default one because I believe that the library is good enough. Okay, so I need that to do here. And set layer for view. So okay, I have a view here. So I set a layer. Okay, done. And then I want to resume the player. Why? Because maybe I turn off the screen, right? So, sorry. And so I need to keep track of the last position in Windows, okay? And try to resume it, okay? And I have here the current Windows. So what is Windows? Windows here is you have a lot of buffer ways. So each one gonna call a Windows, okay? And inside the window we have a position, okay? So position of that Windows. So it's not like a normal video streaming. You just have a position, right? You click on, you try to drag and drop your position. Here you have Windows. So you have many windows is already loaded, and each window have its own position, okay? Kind of. Window is just a buffer segment that is only load, right? So in here, I'm gonna try to resume from it. For at first, long here is nothing is mean 0, right? We already know that 0. And play, we have declared a boolean, nothing is mean false, right? Current window is gonna be 0 true. So play when ready, the name is a little bit confusing, but play when ready, don't think about play when ready. It's like pausing or playing. Okay, I don't know why the name is really confusing. Okay, I will show you here. So player, now set play when ready. So I don't know why I call play when ready, but you can think of it like pausing or playing. For example, I trying to watch the video and then I try to pause it, right? I turn off the screen, turn on the screen again, it's still pausing, right? And if it's playing, I turn on the screen and turn on again, it should continue playing, right? And continue playing on the last position and windows, okay? So I set in here sig2, and you have to put in here windows and position, right? Okay, that's how it works. Resume the player, done. And finally, prepare the player. Okay, so player here need to be prepared. for media source. Okay, so I'm gonna try to build the media source using build it, and I put in here the URI. Who know the URI? What is the URI actually? Who knows? What is the URI? You guys learn from university and just threw it away to your teacher. What is the URI? Sam, you learn computer science, right?
Yeah, no.
And who knows? Who knows? Lọc một. Lọc. You know? I know that you know. And you forget. Okay? Anne, you know? Yuri? What is it, Yuri? Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about Yuri in Android. I talk in Yuri in normal way. Okay, so Yuri here is the way you describe a resource. Okay, it's some kind you can understand it like metadata. Okay, so a resource, for example, phone number, my phone number. Don't try to call me. And I want to describe. If you said that this is a phone number, the computer is not gonna know. It's maybe a phone number or some kind of ID or some kind of user identity or kind of, right? So for the URI, it's gonna try to describe this information. Okay. For example, they have a protocol way so that it can communicate. Okay. For example, if I have tell here, it means here is a protocol. So when I put it in a URI, it's gonna try to check that as a description and resource, right? And then because it's a protocol, so another application try to read the URI and they will know that this is a telephone number. Okay. So another thing is maybe talk about emails and it have different way to describe your data. Okay. For example, you have a path to an image, and I don't remember the preface, but it's maybe something like this and the path, right? So I know that this is a path to an image, not an MP3 or videos. So that's URI. It's the way you describe your resource and data, okay? And I put URI here. So I got URI from process. Okay. So from I don't remember. I already have that, right? Media something. I want to MP3 first, and no, it's an integer. How can I get this? Context. No. Yes. Not URI. Decode, right? How to get the URI from the string? Sorry, no.
And you have to create a media source.
No, I need the URI. You know, I need to create the URI. Sorry, parse. Oh yeah, parse. Great. So I can create URI from the resource using parse. And I try to put the URI in here. Prepare. Yeah. Here media source URI. Great. Thank you. And in here I create a meta source. Okay. So a meta source here will represent for a media to play. So create now using extractor. So EXO player has something called an extractor. You just look here, and to create a new extractor, you have to put in here. Okay, so a lot of things. URI, a data source factory. Because why the data source factory? Because we may be streaming from a raw file, and also we need an extractor factory. So an extractor factory is just a strategy to extract resource into stream data. Okay, for example, MP3, videos, kind of. So I put in here URI and data source factory. So because we're streaming, so the data source gonna form the HTTP, right? Okay, so I put in here and then the user agent. We put in here a user agent. So what is a user agent? A user agent is a string that describes your client. For example, I try streaming and my client is Google Chrome. So I gotta put in here information of me. I'm Google Chrome. Okay, and maybe I'm Firefox. Put here, or maybe I'm from Android device. So I just gonna ignore it. No need in this situation. Okay, so we will learn more about it later. And finally, extractor factory. Also, we have to put in here two parameters: is the handler and the listener. Maybe you want the listener to come back, right? Or a handler of Android to pass the message into the looper. Okay, but I don't need that for now. And we are good to go. And also, we need to call this function. Okay, so who know the difference between OnStar and OnResume? Who remember? Lộc? No, Sam. OnStar different from OnResume. How? Okay. Okay. And OnStar gonna go first. And how about on? Okay. So what is the difference? I know that OnStar gonna come first, but what is the difference?
When you transform and return that,
Near. Okay, OnStar when your activity start visible. Okay, OnStar is when the activity is starting to be visible. Okay, okay. OnResume is starting to be interactable. Okay, by the user. Okay, so on pause hint when the activity is going to be inactive, and on stop is gonna be going to invisible. Okay, and in Android N and O, who know the difference? Android N and O, there's a little bit different that you have to take note if you go to work on an Android company on Android N and O. Who knows? How you know? What happened on Android N and O? On this life cycle. Okay, so on Android N and O, we have multiple windows, and even we have picture-in-picture mode, and even we have floating windows. Okay, so we know that in the desktop we have multiple windows. Here's the windows. I click here. Okay, another windows, right? And Android N support that. And when you click on, you can have multiple applications on Android, just like Windows, right? And then OnStar gonna be a little bit different. So whenever you it will be staying the same. Okay, for example, I have this window and this window on Android, right? And no, when you click on this, you can still see this, right? So it's gonna call on pause only, not on stop, because it's still visible. Okay, and we click on it again. Okay, it's gonna doing something like that. So just take in mind like that. And in here, OnStar gonna be starting to be visible again. Okay, so take a look. So if I'm on an Android device, if U2, I believe we will have an U2 to get SDK. No, SDK in. Okay, so if it's lower than 24, right? And first on resume, I want to see it full screen, right? So I want to hide the system UI. Okay, and then I also want to do initialize layer. Okay, lower than 24. And in here, because whenever you touch on that to start visible again, because start visible, you see, for example, I have this window, right? You click on something like this, it's gonna call on start and on stop on Android. Okay, it's not gonna call on resume again. So in here, in this case, you have to initialize it to on start. Okay, so SDK in larger than 24 equal, and then you gotta do initialize here. And for the same, I need gonna have on pause and on stop, right? And I need a method to release the camera, right? Sorry, release the player. So in here, I gotta try if player not new, right? So I gotta try to release it and continue. But before release, I have to do something. What? Before I release the player, I turn off the screen, on pause, on stop, it go away, and turn on the screen again. I have to go back to the last position, right? Continue playing the video in last position. So I have to keep track of it, right? So play when ready equal to player. Yeah, play when ready. So I just keep track of it. Windows. Windows. Right. And then I can release on here. Pause. So it's the same. So on resume and on pause is gonna be the same for SDK lower than 24. From SDK from larger and equal to 24, you put it on stop. Okay. The same. Resume and pause for SDK lower than 24, and on start and on stop for SDK larger and equal to 24. Okay. So in here, release, and we're good to go. Okay. That's all. Try to run it and debug. Okay, buffering. You see the buffering below? We try the buffering. See? Pretty fast. Maybe
Suppose you use the internet to rent a...
yeah, it's working. Maybe I scroll. Yeah, the system UI have been high. See? Sorry, I had the system UI, and I'm at 27 and 59. I go to dim the screen. Try to open it again. Okay, the last position, right? I try to play.
Suppose you used Google Play.
25.
Your movie is available instantly
Go down. Go up.
on both devices.
Keep running.
So you
right?
can watch.
And it's that. Yeah. So you keep track of the position and just playing back again and again. Okay. And so maybe I wanted something else. Something for MP4. Let's see. Videos. I will wait for the buffering. It's not buffering. Internet slow. Yeah, it's working. And if I internet is slow, waiting for it. Yeah, it's working. I close the screen, open it again. It's not. Keep playing for last position. Let me check the code. Release player. Yeah. Try to keep playing for the last position. But the internet is slow. Wait for it. Yeah, great. So that's it. How many time we have? Okay, so we're running out of time. So a little we still have a little bit more in here, but I'm not talk about it. For example, bandwidth. Okay, so if the internet is slow, we can have ability to just try to run the video in a lower quality. Okay, and then when the internet will go up again or stronger, we try to stream the video for different windows. For example, the first window, you know that we have different buffering windows. For the first window, the internet is slow, so we can try to load it low quality. And then for the next window, we know that internet is stronger again. So as a player, pretty smart, but you have to do some coding. And we want the next window to be a better, streaming quality, and go on. I already attached that in the master of my Drupal. Take a look at home. So I will go to the last section. Okay, so it's just texting camera and upload. Okay, so I already have a Firebase here. So you only learn about Firebase, so I'm not gonna go into details. So in here, I gotta show you how to take images, take picture, and upload it. Okay, here. So first, because I'm creating another application, right? So here, you have to add another app. Okay. For example, the last time I did to-do list, right? And now I need another application for the same Firebase project, right? So I can click this button, bam, and Android, bam, and you put in here the last thing that you already learned about it, right? So I already added here the application device here. Okay, let's now talk about it. I go to storage. Okay, storage here. I'm gonna try to upload images into this folder image storage here. Okay, I already have some image and upload more. So remember, to upload image to Firebase, you have to go to the rules. Really important. Go to the rules. And in here, allow read and write. Okay, so by default, this is gonna be allow read and write only when you log in. Okay, by default, it's gonna be something like this. If user something I don't remember, already authenticate or something I don't remember. Okay, so if you want to upload and download the image without permission, try to remove that if. Okay, so if you create a new project, you will see that if. Remember, go to the rules, try to modify it and click publish. Okay, and you are free to just upload and download files here. So it's files, MP3, images, videos, anything. You can upload anything. Okay, we are starting it now. Java. Okay, set it again. Here I don't want this to be content filter. I put in here map camera activity. Great. Bam. Here I already have view. So view is pretty simple. I have here is an images. I take this button to check photos. Okay, and I take this button to check the photos, upload it, and when the upload is complete, I display the image on the image view. Okay, so that's how it works. So let's start doing it. First, I need to require permission. So I already have it here. I have check external. So you have to check for read and write files. Okay, you have to be able to read and write file for this. Okay, and if just permission with you, just check external this. Done, and we set up a storage. Okay, so I have here storage reference. Okay, and we have file storage, Firebase storage, I believe. Yeah, get instance, get reference. It's like the database Firebase reference, right? And in here, I have a two button here. I have it here, open camera, right? On click open camera and on click upload, right? Open camera, this guy. No, this guy. Okay, open camera here, and we try to open the camera. Okay, so first I have image view and the current photo path. Okay, you have to create a file and store the path of the file into the current photo path here, so that you can put this URI. Later you turn the string to URI and push that URI as an intent data. And when after you take a photos, you're gonna try to save the file into this path. Okay, so let's do it now. Okay, sorry. Okay, intent. And create a new intent and put in here the action image capture. Also, I have to put in here extra. This means the action of extra output here, and I have to put in here URI, right? So, okay, so I gotta create the current path first. Okay, so I have a file called a file utils here. In the file utils here, I have a method to create a photo file. Okay, I create a photo file with the name gonna be format like this: year, month, days, hour. Because we don't have ability to allow user to name it, right? So I just put in here the time that user takes the photos, right? And I have transferred it the DCI directory of Android. Okay, and I create another subdirectory called camera, just put in there, and I try to create a JPEG. Okay, create that image. Done. And I create that image. Done. And here I need a URI. Okay. Also I have file utils here. I have here form file. Okay. So Android by default have something like this. Form file. Bam. Put in the file. You're done. But it's not gonna work on Android N. Why? Because I'll show you. So on Android N, okay, so on Android BON, when you go take photo, you create a file, you put the path, turn into a URI into a camera app. So a camera app is the default camera app. Okay, so the default camera app may be your own camera app on your device, or you need another app. You can download it from Play Store, go into your settings, and change the default camera apps. Okay, so that app gonna know your file location. Okay, so because you put the URI directly in the camera apps, so they have all the access to that file, so they can modify the file yourself. For example, you can check the picture. They take the picture. They try to modify the picture to make you more ugly, and then try to set that image. Okay, they have all the permission to modify that file, so it's not good. And for Android N, the Android team try to fix that. Okay, so they call something a provider. Okay, and a provider is just a mechanism to protect you you from the camera apps to modify your files. Okay, it's gonna be something like this. Okay, here is Android below N, and here is Android N. Okay, they're gonna interact with file provider. Okay, not directly to the file. Okay, and you guys gonna own the file provider, and you gonna try to interact with the file. Okay, something like this. And from Android 7, you have to do something like this. Okay, so it's gonna be you declare a file provider through here. Okay, so the name authority here is just a key, a value, so that you can reuse it later. Okay, so put it there. Export these forms. It means I don't want another app to use the provider. Only me can use the provider. Okay, and then URI permission true. Okay, blah blah blah. And in here, I'm gonna try to get URI for file to the file provider, and put in here the same key as this guys. Okay, you have to remember the same key of this guy. Okay, you can extract it into regular build variable or something like that. Okay, here the same guys, and you're good to go. Okay, from Android N. And so I put it as a utils so that easily. So you just copy and paste my code if you need to upload it for your project. I know that Android allow code to just do simple and stupid things, so I create this, and you can use it at home. And file util form file, put in the file. And finally, I gonna start activity horizon. put in here the intent and the request code, capture image, and then okay. Why I need on activity result super? Who knows? Really important. Who knows? In the activity here, right? I have on activity result, but they have a super function. Who knows? Why? What Android gonna do in the super function? They're gonna try on activity result on all the fragment that the activity hosts. Okay, go. Okay. They're gonna try to get the fragment that also waiting for on activity result and invoke that fragment. Okay, really important. So in the fragment, you also have on activity result, but the result gonna be delegated to the activity first, and then the activity gonna check on that and later delegate to the fragment again. Okay, remember that, really important. And in here, I check request code to be sorry. And I only care about result equal to result, okay, right? Put the code in here. And in here, I want to, because my camera is a little bit good, it's good, and so it can take image with high resolution and really heavy, really big image. So I need to scale it, right? And I also need to rotate it. Why? Because when I take the picture like this, right, I need to display the picture like this, right? I don't want to display the picture. I mean, you need the rotation. You know that user is taking the picture like this, right? And then after that, you return to your activity, and you need to display the image in the portrait mode. Sorry, in the landscape mode, right? Not the portrait mode. So, for example, if I take the picture like this, is everything gonna be okay? And then I display that in the portrait mode. But the user take the picture like this. I don't want to just display the image on and in the same landscape, right? It's gonna be really weird. I take it from a landscape, but it's also displayed on a landscape, right? I need to rotate it back to portrait mode, right? So I have another code for you, but I'm not gonna explain it. It's your job at home. So when you check a picture, it's gonna record the metadata. That's what angle is being taken, and then we gotta use that angle to reverse the image back. Okay, so at home, try to take a look at that. I gotta do the demo now because we're running out of time. And another thing is a bitmap scaler. It's pretty easy. So bitmap scaler is just some math. Okay, you can just copy my code and try to scale it. Okay, so I have a bitmap and I can scale to fit the width. Okay, try to fit the width, you have to scratch the height, right? Try to fit the height, you have to scratch the width, right? Scale to fill, it means I want to fit the bitmap into the width and height. So it means you're gonna lose some width and lose some height somehow, right? Okay, so for example, I have the picture. I try to put it in a square, a rectangle picture. I'll try to put it in a square, so it's a compromise. You have to lose some width or some height when you scale it, right? And scratch to fill, it means I try to scratch it. The picture gonna be transformed in some ugly way, but I just want to make it fill, right? Okay. And in here I gotta do first I take the bitmap. I know bitmap factory, right? The code, I think we have a Yuri. No. Code 5. The code 5, right? Code 5. So we know that we have current photo bar. So, and then I want to scale it using bitmap scale, and I want to scale to what? 8. Fill. Okay, I want to try to 8. Okay, wait. Okay, in activity main, maybe I have 300 dB. Okay, so UI. Okay, Okay, I'll put random number here and fix it later with bitmap. My bitmap 200, 300. Great. And bitmap here. And also I want to rotate it, right? Using file tools. Rotate the bitmap. I have to put in here photo file path. Oh, so sorry, my bad. So maybe gonna do something like this. It's easier. Okay. Put in here the file path. And we're running out of time, so Firebase you have to do it at home. I already have the code. But anyway, I set the image and we go home. Done. Okay, so if you now scale the image and you try to set it right away into your image view, you have a lot of lagging. Okay, so anyway, I take a picture, make sure it's work, and we go home. Anything not true? Okay, okay. So actually here not good enough. We have to do with permission until has checked for extra notice, or we just request for that permission, right? That. Check photo. Say hi, guys. Please look into the camera. Say hi. Okay, because the spread is not true because 300 is pretty small. 300 is really different from 300 dB. Okay, so you can modify that number later. Okay, but anyway, I check on landscape. Let's rotate back to portrait mode. Okay, but I try to scale the width. Yeah, it's not good. You need another number or change display to dB. Okay, we can go home now. But I gotta show the code for so all you need to do is when you upload image, I gotta put in here when you upload it, another action, right? And after the on activity resolved, I'm gonna handle the upload. Okay. In here, I just using the file tool to get the file. Okay, the URI from the path, right? And then I just gonna use storage reference, child, images, get the last path fragment. So the image can be storage last something, last emulator, last something, last blah 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 blah. I need only the final one is the date and .jpeg, right? And also I need to put the file, right? And add on failure listener, success listener. If it's success, I'm gonna just do a click from the activity, load the URL from the result, get the download URL, and you're done. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, so I gotta do now a demo and we go home. So the upload gonna be a little bit slow because the file is too big and not do a scaling for the upload image. But I'm gonna do a demo right away and we go home. Okay, if we need some time to upload the image, I'll just open Firebase. It's done, right? And we have the image here, I believe. Okay, and we can go home now. Thank you, everybody.